With a following of millions, the Marvel Cinematic Universe creates entire tornadoes of hype each time it puts out a new movie. But having a loyal fan base isn't a piece of cake, because the desperation before a movie comes out gets real. At times, spoilers of movies before they're even released are up on the internet for anyone to read. But Marvel is putting its astronomical foot down with the upcoming Doctor Strange 2. So sadly, no more having a vague idea about what the movie's going to be like. How will Marvel avoid spoilers from leaking? Marvel has a bad taste in its mouth with its previous movies. Take Eternals, for example, whose post-credit scenes were known to fans way before Marvel intended. And then, the hype surrounding No Way Home last year made it practically impossible to watch the movie without knowing what we were getting ourselves into. And there went so many fans' expectations of a perfect cinematic experience. All of that was in contrast to Endgame, where fans took it upon themselves to keep social media spoiler-free. Twitter was bombarded with the hashtag #Don'tSpoilTheEndgame, and anyone who still dared to do it was cast out digitally through mass reporting. So is Marvel once again relying on the favors of its kind fans, or has it devised a smart system that'll filter out any sneaky behavior that could ruin its viewers' experience? The answer is no. Disney, which manages the release of Marvel movies, plans to keep the footage under tight wraps until the day of its rightful release. As per Rob Keyes and Eric Davis, the network isn't allowing any previews to anyone this time around. Before the LA premiere that's set to take place in May, no one will have a clue what to expect from the Benedict Cumberbatch-led special. So it's pretty much an all or nothing sort of deal. Those who want to watch will be watching the entirety of it after the big LA premiere. This level of secrecy even surpasses what Disney employed before Endgame's release. Before the 2019 movie was released, though Disney did show some preview clips to interviewers, it was very picky with what it let on and kept things as spoiler-free as possible. This time, it's bye-bye preview clips altogether, so you can safely assume that your experience at the theater will be filled with sweet surprises. The anticipation has given birth to quite a few theories. Marvel is borrowing all the actual information about Doctor Strange 2's content, so fans are now biding their time, brewing up some of those tasty theories about what's to come. Here are some of our favorites. Wanda will be the villain. This one actually makes a lot of sense. One Reddit user thinks the beginning of the movie will see Wanda as the villain, who will then switch sides. The events of No Way Home point towards Doctor Strange seeking the help of Wanda Maximoff in order to close the rifts in reality. And while she agrees to help, she soon starts hearing the voices of her kids from across the universe. So just when a few rifts remain, Wanda instead starts opening up new ones to try and locate the boys. Doctor Strange tries to prevent this, but a fight breaks out and Wanda is ultimately forced to do what's right. It's possible that she'll return in the movie looking for vengeance and more determined than ever to be reunited with her dear children. Mutants will be introduced. This follows on from the Wanda theory. So after Wanda opened the additional rifts, a group of mutants may have pushed into the universe to enter Earth 616 reality. A Reddit user suggests that 2 X-Men actors could be returning this time around as X-Men 97 variants, and the most likely ones are Sophie Turner and James McAvoy, who will be playing mutated variants of their characters Phoenix and Professor X, respectively. In the user's exciting theory, Phoenix will fight Wanda while Professor X will intervene. Professor X will simply try to use the situation to his advantage. He'll use his special abilities to locate Wanda's kids and calm her down enough to convince her to restore each reality. This opportunity at bringing mutants into the Marvel Universe seems the most feasible, and if the theory is indeed true, it will be a huge crowd pleaser. Strange Supreme will appear as an ally. The Strange Supreme, the villainous Doctor Strange alter ego who appears in Disney Plus's What If, is returning to the Multiverse of Madness. But one theory suggests that this reappearance will be a rather shocking one, because Supreme will be playing a role that he's never played before. Reddit user Comrade Batman thinks Strange Supreme will be an ally to Doctor Strange in the upcoming sequel. The events from What If showed Christine using her black magic skills to revive Doctor Strange after something unfortunate happens. This leads to the emergence of Strange Supreme, and then absolute chaos ensues as he tries to undo all the good actions of his protagonist counterpart. The theory laid by this guy suggests that Strange Supreme will travel through one of the open realities and try to fix the damage he'd done and protect the integrity of Earth 616 reality. This actually goes against the trailer, which shows Strange Supreme and Doctor Strange in a very expected dynamic. The fan says that the trailer doesn't give the entire picture and only shows the part where the two fight, before ultimately joining forces to fight against a greater evil. And finally, a Spider-Man crossover. Sam Raimi is the director backing Multiverse of Madness. Now this guy is also well known as one of the biggest contributors to the Spider-Man movies when it comes to directing and producing. This gives several fans a reason to think that the upcoming Doctor Strange movie will also be a part of Raimi's Spider-Man universe. One Reddit user said that as Defender Strange is part of the Defenders, which is a group of superheroes that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man forms following the ending of No Way Home, it's possible that these superheroes will enter Earth 616. The user thinks that Spider-Man himself will be leading Daredevil, Hulk, Black Cat, Namor, and Defender Strange into the reality to help Doctor Strange Strange out. Now, even though Defender Strange will definitely be a part of the movie, so many characters entering the reality at once may get a little messy. But this is Sam Raimi we're talking about, and that guy is obsessed with making unlikely things happen, so don't lose hope. What can you watch before Doctor Strange 2? There's still time until the release of Multiverse of Madness. Disney's made it clear you're not getting any spoilers. Let us guess, you don't know how to spend your time. Well, you can watch other movies to keep you from looking at that calendar app so longingly. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. When these two were released back to back, they were the hugest additions to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's pretty much impossible that a Marvel fan hasn't seen these two. But hear us out. Infinity War actually introduces Stephen Strange's wonderful powers to the Avengers Squad, and that was what brought about a beautiful friendship. You get to see Doctor Strange becoming a more fleshed out character in the movie, and that should satisfy the Benedict Cumberbatch cravings at least for a little while. And while you're at it, don't miss Endgame either. Loki. Talk about multiverses, and Loki's trials come to mind almost immediately. Or well, the trials of the many Lokis there are. The Disney Plus TV show was quite the shocker for fans who just didn't know how to digest the fact that Loki is gender fluid, and there's a female Loki named Sylvie. This was one of the biggest steps towards introducing fans to the multiverse concept that has come to be. There's an entire explanation by Miss Minutes regarding the splintering of timelines and how variants of people emerge. The upcoming Doctor Strange is all about the multiverse and how different realities pose a danger to the original one. What if? What if indeed? The animated series involving the trials and tribulations of a comical Doctor Strange was a refreshing look at the future assessing capabilities of Stephen Strange. While the show wasn't as popular as some of the other Doctor Strange pieces, it still includes some great storylines, especially the one about Strange Supreme, and you can stream that show now on HBO. An interesting part of the show is the narration done by the Watcher, who's sworn to never interfere in the affairs that he sees from across the multiverse, but simply observe them. When will Doctor Strange 2 premiere? Mark your calendars for May 6th, which is when Multiverse of Madness will finally premiere across the world. The initial premiere will be made in Los Angeles only, and that'll be 4 days before the final premiere. There's only a little time until the big premiere, so we suggest you hold up just a little bit longer and hope for a movie that will be worth all the waiting. Well, that's it for today's video. Do you have a theory for Doctor Strange 2? If so, let us know in the comments below, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel where we post similar videos quite frequently. We'll see you in the next one.